Exercise 4F, question 19. Again, do read through the text a couple of times before attempting this problem. And I've worked ahead a little and I've just drawn down the diagrams that explain the entire question. In fact, you'll notice I've chosen a positive direction. I've got my mass Q, which has a mass of 8m, which is stationary to begin with. And P is first of all travelling towards it, actually in a negative direction, so I know that the velocity of P is actually minus u, or at least it is in my mind. They collide together, and then in the second part of the phase 1 diagram you can see I've got 8m moving with the velocity of A, and I know that A is going to be negative of course, but I'll let the maths take care of that. And then I've got the mass P moving with the velocity of B towards the wall. It's going to collide with the wall, and so its velocity after the collision will be minus BE, which is what you see in the first diagram of phase 2. They'll collide again, and then what happens is that the 8m mass would then be moving with the velocity of C, which again is going to be negative, and the mass P, which is a mass of m, will have stopped. So what we're going to do is first of all just apply momentum to phase 1 and see what we come up with. Then I'm going to apply restitution and come up with this result right here. Again, they're in a fairly reasonable state, so I'll put a red box around them, and then we're going to attempt to solve these by simply adding them together, and that will give me a value for B, which is 2u over 3. It's positive as I anticipated, and then I'm going to use that value substituted into equation 1, and that tells me that A is equal to minus 5u over 24. So indeed, as anticipated, after that first collision, Q is of course moving in a negative direction. Right, on to phase 2. So again, momentum first. And in fact I've run out of space on this page, so I'm just going to copy that onto the next page. There we go. And I'm just going to process this down a little bit, so I'll substitute in the values for B and did I substitute in C? Oh no, of course I don't know what C is yet. Restitution. Okay, so I've done the restitution for this question, been very, very careful with the signs throughout. Do check and make sure you're happy with those. And I ended up with 7BE plus 7A equals minus 8C. And I can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this result in the one above. So in fact what I decided to do was to multiply throughout by minus 3 so that they're actually both equal to 24C. And now I'm going to be able to simply equate these together, as you can see here, and I've now substituted in the values for B and A as previously calculated. Okay. Well, it's now time really just to sort of go through the algebraic steps here. So doing a little bit of sort of cancelling them out of the u's, expanding some brackets and so on. Hopefully you'll see that the result comes out to be this. I'll rearrange it, so I end up with this. Let's bring the fraction together on the right hand side with the number 5. So give me a top heavy fraction like this. Next, divide throughout by 3, I think, looks pretty easy. So 4e is 25 over 8, and that will give me e is equal to 25 over 32. And there you go, I've got the final answer, and it's correct. Do have a good look through this, do work through it with a pencil in your hand and a piece of paper, and see how you feel about it.